Today I'm going to be going over kind of a strategy that I'm kind of currently using to try to win prop firm challenges. But this is an overall strategy if you choose, the Japan yen as your pair to want to trade with Forex. This video will kind of help because I'm going to kind of go over what I see in the charts right now as of and kind of where I'm going to be finding my spots to get in since the market is closed right now. We're going to look at Japan, and I'm going to kind of go over my strategy on my next entry on when would be a good moment to get in with the work. Now for the strategy, we're not focusing on long-term trades, which is what I've done in the past, and that ended up getting me wrecked in the end when it came to challenges. But the goal of this strategy is we're going to look overall market, what it's doing, and then we're going to zoom in closer, we're going to look at it on the day, and then we're going to come in on a closer time frame, like the 15-minute. So that's what we're going to do, and that's where we're going to find our next spots to get in. I'm also going to show you guys the moments, what I use to find whenever it's consolidating, how to stay away from those moments, to know when it's consolidating, and kind of find the spots for the next move when it comes to the Japan yen. Okay, for this strategy to work, I'll go and show you guys the formula. First thing you do, you want to load up the... now you can do this for whatever Forex pair you want, but I'm using Japan yen. You want to look at it on the day, and the first thing you want to load up your formula like this. Now you don't have to use the Algo Pro indicator. That is optional. You can use it if you want to. The option's there, but it is a paid indicator. Links will be below if you want to get it, but you don't necessarily need it. But I do recommend having these moving averages with the RSI for this formula to work. Optional for the Algo Pro if you want it. But anyway, the first thing you got to do is you got to load it up on the day. And you got to use your EMAs, and what I got here is, I got my 5, let's switch this up real quick, 5 and 8. We can do 5, 8, and 20, I don't know why that changed. 5, 8, and 20. These are what you want to set it up as, 5, 8, and 20. Now, the 20 acts as kind of where the overall direction is going. But since we're on the day here, we can kind of tell where the overall direction is going. And we could tell right here, and I think I charted this. We see that on the day, the start of the uptrend was right here. And we see that because that's where the moving averages crossed. And it's been going up ever since. So the point of the 20 moving average is just to see what the overall direction is going. So looking at it on the day, we can tell that the overall direction is going up. And it continues to go up. But now I've done this before, and it's been a mistake in the past because of like prop firm challenges. When I got in, I passed stage 1, but then I got into stage 2, and I was looking at Japan, and it kept going up. And I could not figure out a good moment to get in because it just kept going up. So we will not be in a downtrend, a confirmed downtrend with the Japan yen until it crosses down with the 20, which that doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. So what we can conclude here is that the Japan yen overall is going to keep going up. It's going to be going up for a while, at least for a little bit longer. So what we can conclude here by just looking at it on the day is the overall path of the Japan yen is going up. So what we need to do, and I didn't do this before, is we need to find a moment. We need to zoom in a little bit closer. We need to find a moment where there's a little bit of a pullback, and we need to find our moving averages of the 5 and 8. The 5 and 8 have to go down, and then they have to cross back up. When they cross back up, and I'll show you, we're going to go to a smaller time frame. We're going to go to the 15-minute. So now we're on the 15-minute. So what we can tell right now, when we zoom in closer, we can tell that it is a downtrend right now. But we know the overall trend is going up. But currently it is a downtrend. But what you want to look for are the moments when it goes back up. So you could do this different ways. You can wait for it to cross. What you want to look for is, since this is a downtrend and we're on the 15-minute, we want to look for a shift and change in direction. So the 5 and 8 have to cross, and the 20 have to. The 20 pretty much has to be below the other two moving averages. So we have to find that point of when it shifts and goes back up. So let's look at a couple examples here right now. So we know the overall trend is up. So what we want to look for are the moments when the 20 is below the other two moving averages and the other two moving averages are crossing up. So we want to come in at a quick scalp. So right here would be a good point. You see it crossing right about here, so this would be an entry point right about here. You ride this out, and also keep your eye on the RSI. This is 100 pips right here. So basically, since the overall trend is going up, we want to find all those moments. We want to find all the moments when it's going up. Let's try to find another one. So the 20 moving average has to be below, and the other two lines have to cross. So when they're close together, now I'm going to show you something here. When all the moving averages are close together, like you see right here, and I could turn on the Bollinger Bands, and what we can see right here is when it gets narrow like that, that is a consolidation zone, and that is not a time to get into any trades. You want to make sure that it is not consolidating. So right here would be an example of a good trade. The 20 is below the other two moving averages, and you just come in right about here and ride it out, and make sure you look at your RSI. If you look at your RSI and you see the purple line trying to cross, you need to get out before it crosses the yellow line. So this is a 152 pip move. So this is going with the trend. We know the overall direction is going up. So you basically just come in at the moments when it goes back up. It goes back up in those moments. Let's see if we can find. Now we got to make sure that the Bollinger Bands aren't too narrow. So we just keep going and checking here. Here's another good trade right here. So you notice that the 20 moving average is below the other one. You see the cross. So this is a good trade. Come in right about here, ride it out. And this is just a 15-minute. And for 30 minutes here, we got 174 pips. Wrote it out even longer. We got about 241. So that's basically the strategy. Let me just do this a couple more times. You want to make sure your 20 is below the other two moving averages, and you want to make sure the 5 and 8 are crossing. That will give you a better chance of it for you to get a good scalp. So right here, what we can see right here, 20 is below the other two moving averages, and we see it crossing right around here. So we ride this out. You can get out here, or you can get out here. Just make sure, well, if you look at your RSI, you really need to get out right about here. So this is only an 83 pip move, but still, it's a good one. So you'll be able to tell the consolidation zones by the moving averages and how narrow the Bollinger Bands are. So let's just do this one more time. Find a scalp where we're looking for it to go up. Here's a good moment. You see the 20 moving averages is below. You see the moving averages have crossed. So you can get in right about here, ride it out. Make sure you look at your RSI. so you know your exit point. And this is a good, this right here will win a prop challenge for the most part, because this is a 200 pip move. So anyway, that's kind of what you do. You go and you look at the day, whatever asset. This doesn't necessarily have to work for Forex and things like that. This strategy would also work for crypto and stocks. But make sure you, whatever asset you pick, you look at it on the day. Look at it on the day, see what the overall trend is doing. And then you have to zoom in closer on a 15-minute to see good points to get in for quick little pumps. So anyway, that's kind of the strategy that I do with the Japan dollar. So for this strategy to work, I've said it before, I'll repeat myself, go to the day chart on whatever asset you want to trade with and make sure you find out what the overall direction's going. Look at your moving averages, see where it's crossing. You'll know what overall direction's going. If it's going up, if it's going up, you focus on it when it's going up. If it's going down, you focus when it's going down. But then you zoom in closer on a 15 minutes. You make sure that the 20 moving averages below and the 5 and 8 or above it, and you get in for quick little scalps. So anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.